Hello. Good. Great start, Martini. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Martini, and today we're playing Mario Pinball Land, aka Super Mario Ball. We are gonna be balling with this one. This is a surprise, and it looks like this game makes a lot of liberties taking the, Super Mario 64 font, which I really like. I like that detail. But yeah, it's just Mario Pinball, basically. Just gonna wait on my other friend, Richard. Well, I have several friends. We have Lopez, Richard, the Zunga, SZ, Yukatori, and perhaps at an occasion, very rarely, we have Jonty. But no, it's just the two of us as of right now. Lopez unfortunately could not make it because he had other things on the schedule. He forgot. So so he's not able to make it. But you know what? Richard has decided, you know what? Let's give this game a try, and I'm also very intrigued. I love doing some mindless pinball shenanigans. Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun game. Yeah, we'll do this for a bit, and then we have to think about what we're going to do Friday. Just gonna wait, yeah, for Richard, and then we be balling. Oh, Lopez is online. Or maybe he's checking Discord. Oh no, Princess Peach. We have to save the princess, Mario. We gotta save the princess, Mario. Yeah, look at the stars. This is so N64 Mario. Oh, he turned into ball. Okay, I'm already starting. Oops. I can always always press and pause. Already got 1,000 points. I'm the winner. So, how is everyone doing? Yeah, also, random fact on Roblox. The iconic oof sound is back on Roblox, apparently. I know this news from Quandy, and Hoey just found it out that the original oof sound just came back. Alright, hey Richard.
Hi there.
We're gonna be balling. This
We're gonna be balling indeed.
is
And
a truly baller game.
oh boy, this is going to be an experience and a half.
I'm already excited because it has Mario 64 font. So it must be a good game.
I'm just going to let it into play, you know, while I prepare myself for this.
Yeah, let me do the same.
And just the story of all times
Fuse
right
game.
here.
Oh, look at the toads. This is a carnival. Toad became my ball. Yahoo!
Alright, I probably should get Martini's POV as well. Almost forgot. I almost
Oh
forgot.
no, Goombas, they're up to no good. Oh no,
Yeah.
she's gonna be in Bowser, Peach Ball. Let's go! We gotta save the princess! Mario became a ball! Fafanculo! Another Kern.
Alright, give me a second here. Let's do this. Alright. I almost forgot. Actually, you know what? Let's do a quick reset. Let's do a quick reset at the moment. We have seen the intro, so no need to do that, but you know. Let's just sit here for a moment on this, you know, on this title screen here, and well, one thing that I can say about this game, it has some surprisingly good music.
Yeah.
First of all. Anyways, back to it. Combo! Turn.
First star.
Alright, let's do this again. Alright. Just grab the star, that's all you need to do now. There you go. Finally got the star. Uh-oh. Okay, maybe this will go through now. Alright, good enough. There we go.
I have 10 Kern. I'm too poor.
I don't need anything here. I hope.
Hello, Quandy. Am I late? No. This is just the
No.
start.
Pretty much.
Hello,
This is a game of all times right here. This is definitely a game of all times.
This is the best pinball game ever.
Surely.
This is Mario 64 but better. Right, Richard?
Whoops! No! No! Get back up there! I needed that star! Alright. What do I get? Okay, sure. Also, I will pause for a moment to read that. The most DBA game of all time. Like, I don't think a game like this could exist outside of the GBA era. That's actually true. I agree.
Double pipe.
This game is like, how this whole thing came to exist, I will never know. Like, legit, I will never know.
Anyways, the reason why I'm 12 minutes late was because of Roblox is doing these workshops for their Inspire 2025 event. So yeah, I decided nothing to do them because I have nothing better to do. You know what? That's actually baller. If you actually do like a design event like this. Creativity.
I'm going to be stuck on this screen for a while, aren't I? Never mind. Well, I guess that works. Here we go again.
Combo!
If there's one bright side I can say to this one, it at least got the pinball like physics going well enough. Which, you know, you would be surprised on how often games seem to screw that up.
The experience with video game pinball games on video games is quite limited. The one I play the most is Pokemon Pinball.
Mm.
That one is not half bad. Oh no! Mario died! Oh, look at that.
What happens when you become ball?
Let's go!
Sweet. Key. I needed that.
Yes! I'm here. No, we're in the good zone. Star, let's go! Oh!
Combo. Oh, okay. Hello there, Psychon. For the follow, much appreciated. And also, hi there. Also, I just realized something. Those bees are the same, like, you know, bees from Super Mario RPG.
What is a Yoshi egg?
I don't know.
I think I'm gonna activate it. Oh, another ball!
Hey.
Okay, this may be a waste of money, but you know what? Fuck it. I have a Yoshi. No, my Yoshi egg.
I don't go here yet. I can. Okay, sure. Come on, can we just hit the pokies? No!
Small
Mario, please.
small bonus. Oh, we have coops. And Monty Moll. Oh, Mario became big.
Not this time. Alright, what do I get here? Okay, sure. Just hit one of the star doors, that's all I ask of you.
Getting there is not simple.
You don't say.
Another Kirby game, another pinball game I've also played is the NES pinball game with the penguins. If you remember that one.
I think I do remember that one.
And another
Okay.
one that I played is Kirby's pinball Dream World, or like Kirby Ball or something. I'm not sure what the name is. That one is also not half bad. I played that quite a bit on my 3DS. Oh, we have an Yoshi egg.
This is a level. Oh, I see what's going on there. Okay. Well, now I'm back here to the main lobby, and well, let's hope I don't die again. Which seems
Pinball.
pretty easy to do in this one.
Oh.
God, no. Oh, look, I'm on the mall. With a fest.
Yes, pipe. That's beautiful.
No, you don't. There we go. Finally. Alright, now I can leave.
Oh, I thought it was the star. And honest,
Combo!
this just gives me
Okay.
invincibility. Okay.
Just want to go through that doorway. Please let me go through that doorway. Never mind. Bonus. Already, huh?
This is the game of all times.
The game of all times. That do be a game over. Alright, back to it. Alright, let's go back here now.
No, no, don't eat me. I don't like being eaten, Richard.
Whatever gave you that idea? Okay.
Okay, got one star key.
Okay. I starting to see something. Hang on. Perfect. Alright, now you just need to enter the pyramid. I said enter the pyramid. Like so. And fight some snakes. That hops out of the pot. Hey, wait a moment. Snakes that hops out of pots. I have a feeling I know who these snakes are.
Oh, that's from Super Mario Brothers 2. Super Mario Bros. 2.
Exactly.
Wow. Rare Super Mario Brothers reference.
You don't say. Even though they are green here for some reason, but still. Not often you see that. Something tells me... Whoops.
Mario Pinball Land.
This is a game of all times.
Wait.
Because boy is it easy to lose a life.
I'm door stuck.
I don't think so. All you need to do is just hold one of those, like, you know, flippers up and, you know.
Bonus. Super bonus.
Like so.
Let that go.
Oh, I see what you mean with doors stuck. Oh, wow, that's embarrassing.
You have to unlock all the keys.
Yep.
Well, actually, I can unlock this. Ah! Ah!
Oh. Let's do that.
Let's go to Egyptian land.
Where I'm at the moment. It's a game of all times indeed. I don't know what else I can even say, just yeah, it's pinball except it's Mario themed with been a Mario Collectathon, like, you know, a
What?
Collectathon game as a pinball. Did you
Oh,
lose a life?
yeah. Wow. Game over.
Happened to me in earlier as well.
At least you keep your stars.
At least that. Something tells me I don't have the tools for how to conquer this one yet, so you know what? Whoops. There I go again. Another game over. Continue.
Oh! I see. The pyramids can be used as a ramp.
Yep. Well, no need to go there yet, I think. Let's go here. Oh, that's just the default land, huh? Interesting.
It's Snick.
Snake. I did not fight the boss in that one. You know what? Let's go back here. I have more stars. Surely I can do something here. Good job, me. Good job, me. The fact that this game just exists is still hilarious to me.
Yeah, for Mario game, let's... What were Nintendo thinking? Oh yeah, for our next hit Mario game, let's go with Mario Pinball.
Let's make it a pinball game. Because why not?
And the other, you know, people on the Nintendo company be like, sure, that's a great idea. Yes, man. Yes, man.
I mean, it worked out for Kirby and Pokemon, so, you know, Mario
not?
can do it as well, right?
Yeah. I don't think this one is a bad one. It's a bizarre one.
It is bizarre indeed. It did at the beginning say Fuse Games or something, so this one's clearly not developed by Nintendo themselves, but you know, another company who, you know, I guess Nintendo, like, you know, did license the game out to. So there's that at least.
We have Dancing Shy Guys.
Alright, surely there's something I'm missing here. There's most definitely something I'm missing here. As I pressed the wrong thing. You're missing a life there. True that, SSC, true that. Do I even have the thing needed for this? That's a good question. Alright.
Okay, got the second key.
Now, how about I go to a different room, because I think I have a feeling I know where I'm supposed to go. I just need to go back to the pyramid.
Yep.
Because I forgot to fight the... I did not fight the boss here. At all, so... Probably should go do that. Wherever it is. Alright. I just need to... Alright. What are you going to give me? Thanks. Thanks, game. Just give me the thumbs down, why don't you? This is not where I want to go. This is the wrong room.
Let's go to Icy Spicy World.
God dang it. Okay, there we go. Back here, where I want to be. There is at least one bright side to this. Which is, you know, even if you get a game over, it doesn't exactly kill your progress. You still keep the stars that you have obtained. So that is a plus to this whole thing. So something tells me you get a star if you kill all the, like, vultures. Excuse me, kleptos. Neckies.
Yeah, those are called neckies, remember?
Yep, true.
Do you yield?
Do you yield? No! Damn it. Get me back through that door. Get me back in there. You gotta let me back in there. Man. This is a game of all. God dang it. Oh, hello. Ghost house. I'll be back here later, I guess. Alright. Give me the boss here. I wanna fight the goddamn boss. At least I get myself a combo. This is not the boss room. Get me out of here. Bird emoji.
Burp. Yeah, the weird noise that these penguins make, and it's not some sort of a spooky enemy death zone from Super Mario 64. Yeah,
I don't know.
They reuse a lot of assets in this one when it comes to sound.
I can tell. Excluding the weird, screen that weird Peter Prana does when he gets hurt.
Oh, thumbs down. Well, that's a kick in the balls. That reminds me of, Pokemon Pinball. You can have a big bonus, but you also have a small bonus.
No, you don't. Get inside the pyramid, that's all I ask of you. Just please enter the pyramid. Thank you.
Man, kind of wish I was playing on a real pinball machine. That would be... I never did that. It's fun. It looks fun.
God dang it.
Ah!
There was the entrance that I needed. Now I have to deal with snakes.
Snake.
No! Get me back in there. Get me back in there. Thank you.
Vaffanculo.
There we go. Shy Guys.
They exist. Okay, this time I'm not gonna fall down for sure. Remember those penguins that are sliding in Turbotland on Super Mario 64?
Yep.
No, you can kill them. These annoying fuckers.
Of course.
Then you're being in the lead on a good race, and then some fucking penguin, snaps you sideways, and then you're fucked.
There we go. Boss room.
This is where you get comboed.
Behold! An enemy boss has only made one other appearance in this whole thing.
Oh, it's the Yoshi room. Yoshi! My name is Yoshi.
Oh,
AKA the Yoshi's Sar Munchakoopas. I think that's his real name. Fuck!
I just hit the bot. No. It puts it back. Okay. Sure.
Oh, Toad has something. Give me the war pipe, Mr. Toad. I need that.
I don't think that's a warp pipe.
Or like a defense pipe. You know what I mean. It's just blocking from Mario falling. Safety pipe, should we call it?
A bit more like it.
Yeah, give me your safety pipe.
Damn it. Get me
Mister.
back in there. This
Oh,
is...
there's a crack.
God dang it.
Oh! Under the sea, under the sea. There are no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea. Oh wait. There are no crustaceans in this one, I think.
Okay, that's a bit more like it. I hate it.
Oh.
Dang it.
I just want to stay here forever.
Alright, well, that works at least. I could use that shop. Too bad I hit a trap and now I had to deal with Shy Guys until I can go back to the shop. This is a game of all games. Ooh. Thanks. Thanks.
Got the star, nice. 7 stars in my collection.
God damn it! Not again.
Oh, back to gay baby jail.
On this point, this probably would be faster now, wouldn't it?
I see something.
Here we go again.
I think I need to be very small.
Whatever gave you that idea?
Give me the small mush.
God, no, 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 get me back in there. Get me back in there. Well, sucks to suck, I suppose. At least I... Well. I just wanna fight that boss. You have to put me back in. You have to put me back in, coach. I can take him. Come on. Alright, what you got for me? Sure. Doing this to just ensure nothing bad happens.
Nothing bad happens ever to the stream crew, right?
Got that. Alright. Just please go back into that door. Not that door. The other one. Nice combo at least. Alright, get me in there. I said get me back in there.
Okay, I'm finally back here.
Alright, allow me just pause for a moment just to see what this message here is he will never bomb. That's a good one. I like that. I just don't hit the one at the center and everything will be fine. Okay, good. Alright, this might work.
Extra kern.
Not sure what could possibly go wrong. I just had to open my big mouth.
Shut. Okay, I'm back here. Is this a gay baby jail? Give me one of your finest mini mush.
God damn it. I just wanna fight the boss.
Oh!
What? Sure. Well, so much for that, I guess.
Fuck.
Went straight down the center. Alright. That sucked. Boy, is it something else if you want to go to a specific location. I'm going to be stuck here for a while, aren't I? Alright. At least I'm back here now.
Being store stuck.
Alright, good enough.
Oh.
No,
Yeah, got the star. Let's go. Back into the fucking water.
Just please get me over to that switch. Let me hit that switch in particular.
Shall we play Super Monkey Ball for the GameCube instead? That will be an awful experience.
Honestly, that would probably be more enjoyable than this.
Really? That one is nerve-wracking from the looks of it.
People love that game though. So I don't know. I don't know.
Thumbs up. Large bonus.
Because at least that one you can progress forward, you know, a bit consistently. As opposed to here, where, you know. Hey, do you want to go to a specific location at tough luck?
Kern. Oh.
Alright, good.
No.
Now you just need to go. There we go. Perfect.
Not the big fish. Please don't eat me. Oh.
Fairly certain that fish doesn't eat you. Alright, get me through here. Please let me hit that switch. Thank
Okay,
you.
I can
Now you
still...
need to somehow get through there. I'm not sure how I'm... Okay, perfect. Okay, let's see here. In this episode, Flesh gets balling while trying and failing to fight the manager of the Memphis and Bass and Pro shops. Hey everyone, hey the Yukato, how's it doing? This is... Alright, that's one hit. Alright. Feeling a bit under the weather, understandable. After all, we're not the only one within the last few days.
No, it's your guy's turn to be under the weather.
Pretty much. Okay, good. Boss down. Fuck. Well, at least I killed the boss. But I immediately got tossed out of the boss room afterwards. Now I need to get back in there.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Das ist gut, yeah.
Alright.
Fuck!
No.
You fucking asshole!
God. Fuck. You know what? I don't care about the snakes at the moment. No! Get me back in there. You gotta let me back
Okay,
in
now
there.
I'm in gay baby jail.
Thank you. Ooh.
Gay baby ice palace jail. Ice rink. Shout out to
Alright.
Simple Flips.
I'll just get me back in the boss room. That's all I asked for. Just get
Okay.
me back in there.
I can be small. Do the igloo again. I be small. So I can do igloo again.
Just get through the damn fuck. Okay. Sure. I hate it here. How did you manage to beat that boss so smoothly?
Me?
Yeah.
That boss, yeah, the boss has like a funny mechanic. You have to be big ball in order to do damage to the boss. In order to get big ball, you need to hit the pillars. Like one of these two pillars.
I mean, I beat the boss. The problem is actually getting back to the boss room after you fail once.
Oh, good fucking luck.
That's exactly what I thought. Oh. This game is something else. Oh, hi, Toad. Not sure.
I realize an awful idea. What you can do with Super Mario 64.
Fuck.
How about Super Mario 64 but pinball? Oh yeah, I can be small again. Have another shot.
Just no.
I'm a small Mario.
Well, if you ever want a stream of me suffering, this is probably the one for you. Right this very moment.
Wait, there's a cow. Oh, that's funny. And the cow actually made a lower pitched penguin noise. That was way too funny.
Not sure how much I care about this one at the moment. But get me back in the pyramid. Get me back in the pyramid.
Oh.
You gotta let me back in. You gotta let me back in.
Let me in! Let me in!
Fuck.
You know what? We should play more slop games.
Sure.
Nothing can top this shit. This is the best Mario game ever.
Shit. Of course, gotta hit the center one. Alright, that's a good one there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now you just need to hit that one over there.
Oh no! As soon as I get the star, I went out.
Welcome to my world. I've been stuck in this pyramid because of that reason alone. I just been unable to get back to the boss room. After I just killed it.
All I gotta say is, if you go to the ice level, good fucking luck. Okay, trying to do the bells again. Yes, you're annoying. At least you're not eating me.
I keep forgetting. Go back out. It's faster than... Don't care.
Okay, I managed to hit him. Oh no, there are two of these motherfuckers.
Fuck. Get me back in the pyramid! Get me back in!
No!
Shit.
Fuck.
Alright. We have an opening.
I don't want to be here.
How hard is it to hit a particular point on the goddamn pinball table?
It's battle against gravity.
I don't even... Well, actually, you are sort of right. It is gravity, but also physics. Please enter the goddamn door. Okay. No. God fuck.
Is it just me or is Toad extra crusty? Oh, you asshole. That's probably my fault.
Mo.
Let that go.
Yeah, no, I'm poor. Life sucks and then you die.
Alright, this is fine. This is not fine.
Okay.
Also, by the way, SSD, speak about frustrating games. If we speak about frustrating games to play on stream, I do have one in mind, but I'll bring it up later.
I have several in mind. Or at least one noteworthy.
Is it on the...
Here's your hint. Second
And
episode of the Angry Video Game Nerd. Second episode.
I see.
I really want to do that game.
Understandable.
It looks really awful to play.
God, fuck. Yeah, I'll just wait until Toho and SMT, you know, is being played on stream. That's fair. That'll take a while, considering, again, I need to get Martini... Well, Martini needs to get the game. Second off, well, you see if Lopez is up for that one too or not, which, you know, he might be.
What's that game about?
Dungeon, you know, crawler RPG.
Okay.
That's all you need to know. It's a pretty decent one. Pretty good, actually. It's on Steam as well.
Oh, Dungeon Crawler.
Yep.
I've actually played a Dungeon Crawler board game. Surprisingly, it's very fun. The board game name is Clank. You can actually fuck over your older players quite hard in that one.
I see. Think Pokemon, but type advantage matters a lot more. Yep, pretty much. It's also basically it's a Toho version of the Shin Megami Tensei, you know, games.
Never played Shin Megami Tensei.
Well, one of these days we may play one of those, considering, you know, it would be interesting, to say the least. All you need to know, that series is basically, well, the game that Persona started off as a spin-off from. So yeah, there you go. Alright, done with the goddamn desert world. Alright, back here now.
Yeah, if you really want to hate yourself, go to the ice world.
That's fair. Also, as I also was going to say as well, if we speak about frustrating games, I have another one in my mind, you know, which, you know, I think a lot of people do not know that much about. Maybe SSD, but, you know, that, I have a feeling, maybe, not even he may know the great details about this one. First of all, it's a Famicom game, so probably on the same system as the one Martini, you know, brought up. However, it is Japanese only, but you do not need to know Japanese to play it. And here's a second hint. It may have something with Atlantis to do. That's all the hints I need to give. Oh, aren't I evil? Yukatori here going, oh goodness gracious, that one! He knows! They know! Oh! As is he saying, I think I've seen the game before, but not how awful it is. Oh, it's awful. Oh, it's awful.
Fuck. Gurn.
I also have this weird feeling it might actually be on the Nintendo Switch Online service too. Even internationally too, so, you know, people can experience that one at the moment, how awful it is. Alright, get the star. Thank you. Penguins! But do they yield?
Hello, arm blocks. The usual suspects are here in the Martini chat. Lovely to see you guys. I like the definition Martini chat.
Oh, hello, Crack.
Yeah. In order to get into the crack, you have to push the ice block into the crack, and then it will sink.
I see.
Mamma
Okay.
mia! I'm here again.
Okay,
Fuck me.
this is fine. This is fine. I swear, everything is fine.
Yeah. There's only one door.
Also, as is saying,
See you later, arm blocks.
as is saying, committing war crimes on penguins is a victimless crime.
True. Just like bullying Richard. Okay, Noah, get the key, get the key. Yes! Got the key! No, I don't have to deal with this shit again. No more gay BB's jail for Martini.
Alright, there we go. Back here again.
Oh, I got myself a Yoshi egg! Sweet. Okay, now we have to get out.
All for ones, Mario kills penguins in this one. Can you believe this?
Just in case I crash, I'm not gonna save scum. That's not how you play pinball if you save scum.
Nope. And I'm back out here again.
Oh, I can only access this when I crash, okay?
Alright, there we go. Back here again. I'm not sure why the penguin make the same sound of the, you know, ghost... No, of the boost dying from Super Mario 64, but here we are.
Yeah, they have the sound of the penguin in this one. Weird decisions on how to use the use of the assets. Okay. Okay, I'm out of here.
Something else that would be really cool. Getting back into the penguin room. One of these days. Please. Hello, guest place. How's it doing? Never mind. Straight down the center.
Yep. There we have it. Now we're back in the clown world.
Alright, back to it. I have nothing to do here.
Okay. Wait a moment. These are all the worlds. Already done this and this. Maybe you have to. Oh, there's on Carnival Land.
Yeah, there is stuff to do there.
There is a star. Okay.
I just need to somehow hit this
Oh,
one.
look at this. Not gonna buy that one.
Alright, there we go. Now, where could, you know, could the thing be here, Martini? Can you guess?
Which one? Yeah, in the spooky house.
There you go. That's where I have to go.
If I get in there.
I just murdered a penguin. I just murdered 2 penguins. You know, wanna know the really funny thing about, you know, this? I am pretty much, you know, murdering my main in Mario Kart World.
Game over, yeah! Oh,
Well, shit.
well played. High score. Murt. MRT. Well, it saves.
Thank you, physics. Much appreciated. Just get...
Oh, there
Like-
it is. Oh, you need 10 stars.
Yep, you need 10 stars. 10.
Oh.
Now, where could you get more stars?
Previous worlds.
You sack of shit, Shy Guy. Thank you.
This is interesting. Well, at least I got my extra star here. No, it's just a matter of time to get out. Well,
Get me back. Oh, fuck.
well, let's go to Egyptian land.
Alright. All I need to do is just... Fuck. Shake under the eyes. Will do the moment I'm able to. Right. Then the Shy Guy, they're going to block my path the instant I'm able to. There we go. Back in here.
Yay! I got 10 stars now.
Also, you wanna know the funny thing, Martini?
What?
About this game? There are probably people who speedrun this game.
Of course.
Imagine how it must feel to speedrun this game.
Oh! Oh. Buluses.
Don't care. Take me back to this goddamn penguin room. Because I want to go underneath the ice, if possible. Clearing the penguins is a bonus. Thank you.
You know what? I'm curious of something.
Fuck. God damn it. Now I'm back here again.
We have the Yoshi room.
Uh-huh. God, just let me back in the thing. Let me back in. You gotta let me back in. Okay, good. Ah yes, now we are underwater with the music that Alpha Rad loves so much.
Yeah, I really like that song as well. I can see why why Alpharat likes this one.
Mm-hmm.
Alpharat, isn't that the Pokemon Challenge guy?
At the moment, yes.
Yeah.
He did a bunch of other Nintendo-related stuff before he became more Pokemon-centric. Including Smash montages. The meme, meme-oriented ones, that is. Extra ball! Yes, Mario. Extra ball. Now he just want to hit the chest there. Somehow,
the European version of this game is called Super Mario Ball. Fun fact.
That I do know as well.
I have both versions. On the thumbnail version, on the thumbnail of this stream, I've it says Super Mario Ball.
Noticed. Okay, now I just need to enter the sunken ship. There we go.
Thumbs down. You're not getting more. You're getting less.
Alright, well that's one hit then.
Kern.
Damn it. Okay, that boss is something else.
I know, right?
So
Yeah,
you can only damage the boss with bombs, huh?
Yeah, bombs, but once the fish is big, you can actually hit him with Mario or the bombs. But
see.
Mario has to be in a high speed and the bombs too.
Figures much.
Oh, it's like red coin challenge. That's gonna be annoying.
Okay, there we go. One hit in. Damn it. Mario went straight through the center. Nope. And it puts me back out at the main, like, at the first room. Where
Yeah.
failure is pretty easy to do. I get me through this. Oh, well, I guess that works. Naysaying, have you heard of a Pokemon ROM hack called Super Mario Mon? I have.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
It's something else. That would be fun to try out some point, although when I will never know. Alright, back here now. Alright, back to this boss now. And this time, I have a safety net.
Oh!
Where's Mario? There's Mario.
You...
Was just hiding behind the boss there. But I don't use the pipe yet. Just in case. Perfect. Yeah, this is a relatively good run for now. Well, I'll use it now. Screw it. Okay. I just need one more hit then. Sack of shit. Damn it. I hate it here.
Yeah, it's also frustrating. When you get out of the water in the lake, it doesn't teleport you back to the penguins. It tells you back to the starter room, which is really annoying.
At least getting back into the water isn't, well, from my experience, the worst thing. Damon saying, holy shit, it's Pokemon Pinball. How did you know?
Pokemon Pinball, I know that game. That game is good. You can catch Pokemon while you play pinball. It's a thing.
Holy shit, it's Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire, says Damon.
I only played the first one, the red and the blue version. But Ruby and Sapphire, I haven't played that one. And you know what the cool thing is about the Pokemon Pinball for the Game Boy Color? It also has like a built-in rumble, feature on the cartridge. So if you put a battery in it, you can actually have rumble. Pretty neat.
Should've conserved my safety, pipe. Well, that was a bad timing. Damn it! Back out here again!
Yeah, no, Roller Coaster Tycoon! I think I'm gonna bait him first, right into the middle, and then just... You spin me right round, baby, right round.
Just how hard is it to just send a ball straight up? How hard? Rigged.
Yeah, I call rigged. I call shenanigans. I call shenanigans! This fucking game sucks.
Alright. Okay, just need a somewhat... Well, that is good.
I think a pipe is better. That's just in my humble opinion.
That's fair. Alright, just get me into the boss room again. Okay, not in here. I just wanna go back in there. No, straight down the center. Well, that feeling when the ball goes straight down the center, there's absolutely nothing you can do if you don't have a pipe there.
Yay! Okay. Another tryout at the Big Boo. Or Bulusis. Remember. Oh! You know what's also a very fun game to play on the Halloween month?
Luigi's Mansion.
Yes.
I figured as much.
Never complete that one, but I've played it a bunch, a bit. I have to say, it's
I have beaten that one. It's a good game. Really good.
I played it mostly on the 3DS remake.
I see. I did complete the original GameCube version.
Okay, I
Great.
should have activated pipe. That is just me being a moron.
Okay, this is a really good run at the moment.
Okay, another shot at the Bulusis. Yay, look at Mario go. That's why Mario is good.
Well, so much for that good run. Alright, now I just need to... Somehow... I'll lock in. Never mind. Scratch that.
Yeah, I got another key. Oh, baby. No, I got all the keys. It's time to save the Princess Mario.
Alright, I just need to hit one of those. Alright, well, that was not a good run at all.
Well, there it is. Yeah, no, we're getting in. Ew!
Damn it.
We need more stars.
Oh, you need more stars? How unfortunate.
We cannot save the princess, Mario. This game is long, like my pee-pee. Mario, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you saying, Mario? Also, Nintendo confirmed Mario in the friend zone. I do believe.
I do believe it was something of that sort. I don't know. Mario continuity is weird. Or, you know, Mario lore. Sometimes he is in friend zone, sometimes he's not. I don't fucking know anymore. Okay, that's an early hit. This is good, this is fine. This is kosher.
This is kosher? Are you Jewish?
No. I'm not even sure why I said that even.
I mean, it's actually a commonly used term. Something is kosher or something is orthodox. Something that's used frequently.
I just recall hearing someone saying that, you know, for something.
Every time I heard the word kosher, I always think of Judaism. It's basically like the same principle of haram and halal when it comes to Islam. I don't know. It gets weirdly religious out there. But yeah, that's just me explaining Abrahamic religions to normies.
Oh, it is from that. Okay, I see. Where have I heard that before? Must have been someone from a different friend group who, like, you know, mentioned that briefly. Alright, carrying on.
Do you have Jewish friends?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Might have been an outdated joke. Or something. Outdated thing.
Okay. Perhaps.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, it's the snakes. Don't let the snake go in the gutter. No, you cannot. This is forbidden. No. I have to do this shit again. Do.
God damn it. So easy to lose lives here.
Penguins. Oh, there's a toad. Hello, toad.
Oh, there we go. I'm back here again.
I comma because I'm so good at the fucking game.
I just need to get back into the boss room. That's all I need to do.
Yeah, the pufferfish is frustrating.
I think I had more trouble with the, like, you know, pin pyramid, specifically getting to the boss, than this.
Oh yeah, because it's a maze.
Yep.
The boss itself is not that hard,
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
but getting there is a bitch.
Yep, because it accidentally hit the wrong thing, which, by the way, is pretty easy to do because, again, it's a goddamn pinball table, and then you're basically just wasting time.
I mean, you're always wasting time when you do play pinball. That's the nature of these games.
I mean, yeah, you could say the same thing about every game ever made at that point.
Yeah, but this is really applicable.
You know what? No. Using that pipe here now. I mean, you know, again, in this case, it is, you know, it's not just the fact that it's a pinball table, but also the fact that, you know, hey, if you accidentally hit the wrong one, you cannot progress further until, you know, the trap that, you know, that one activates is now done. Or you just leave the room and risk, you know, like, going out of the pyramid entirely.
Yeah.
which, you know, pretty easy to do. And that was just unfortunate. Unfortunate. Well, that's a pipe wasted for nothing, and now I'm back out in the goddamn first room again.
Bro, I was
Can't
really
catch a
busy with the Roblox
godforsaken
Inspire
break.
thing. Yeah, how is it going so far?
Are you talking to me?
I was talking to Quandy.
Okay, I thought as much.
Ooh, it's more snakes. Let's do the snake challenge, okay?
Let me in the goddamn hole. There we go.
Mama fucker.
Alright, this is fine. Puffish gets one free hit in. That's fine. Everything is fine.
More snakes to kill. Whacking day. Oh, whacking day. Is this thing a Simpsons reference? I thought the whacking day thing was episode was a random episode to me. That specific episode of The Simpsons.
Alright. Alright. I just needed to hit one of those bombs. Just one. Alright, not a good run at the moment. Alright, back here again. This game. Ooh, there's a game.
This game is a game of all games.
A game of all games, like... It's not even, like... I ain't dare even say this. It's not even bad. Because again, it is a pinball game. And for a pinball game, it's actually pretty decent.
Yeah. This is the first
It's
time
actually
for me
pretty good.
playing. And I actually enjoyed the living hell over this.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Simple, but effective.
it is. That's the thing about it. It is pretty simple, but effective. However, if you want just like, do something, you know, quickly, boy, is it can it get frustrating. Because again, one small mistake and, well, you're redoing a lot of things again.
I think with these type
You
of
know?
games, you have to be in the mindset of, yeah, how far can I go? Sort of
Pretty
thing.
much.
Don't expect to win, just enjoy the ride. I read about
Yep.
those. That's usually how I play these. I haven't
On one end, true.
haven't gotten far on Pokemon Pinball, but I still enjoy it for what it is.
That's fair. The one difference here, though, is the fact that this one clearly has a final boss and, all that stuff. So, it is something that you are meant to beat at some point.
Yep.
But, that part is not easy to do, considering it is, again, a pinball game.
Yeah.
It is a pinball collectathon, essentially.
Which is quite unique.
It is quite unique indeed. Oh, too early. Well, that works. Or not. Or not. Also, this song that plays in that specific underwater section, has no reason being that good. This game is just weird. But it is charming.
Yep.
It is surprisingly charming. Endearing, I may even say. Also, this is one of the few games that actually kind of references Super Mario 64 a fair bit.
Yeah.
Which, at the time, you did not see much of.
Yeah, I expected this game to be bad, but at first sight, but it's actually good. Not gonna lie, it's not like a masterpiece, but it's functional. It's good pinball action.
Yep. It is. Now, unfortunately, since I don't have too much pinball experience, I tend to be pretty bad at these.
Same here. I am not the greatest pinball player.
Mm-hmm.
But I still enjoy it for what it is.
Can I at least tilt the board?
It's direct tilt.
I don't think so.
Yeah, on Pokemon Pinball, there is a function of that.
Damn it.
I still need to do the necky one.
Alright. Can you believe that we've done 2 hours of this game already?
Almost 2 hours, yeah. I mean...
Wrong button. Good job, B. And now here I go again. Here we go again, boys. Here we go again. I'll at least again go out here and just grab an item like this. But yeah, this one is definitely, if you want to beat the game, have fun. You're in for a long haul.
Or if you want to do a high score run, you can also do that as well. For each their own.
Pretty much. I did not mean to go up here, but sure, I'll leave. Thank you. There we go. Alright, here we go again with the big puffer. But yeah, boss-wise, this one's more annoying than the like, than the desert boss.
Yeah, that one is quite tough. The fish.
Yep, the big fish.
You have to do 2 actions in a limited time in order to hit him.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Oh, damn it. And did not, roll in such a way that allowed me to do a powerful, launch into the boss after it got hurt.
Also, the snakes are green, I realize.
You only now realized. I think I said that earlier, too.
Yeah, the ones on Super Mario Brothers 2? Correct me if I'm wrong, but there are, I think the snakes were red on that one.
They were red. They were red indeed. I know this. That does remind me, we have never streamed Mario 2 ever.
Yeah, that one. That one is an old one, but I will be happy to do that one at a certain point. Also never beaten that game. But
I have beaten that one, although it did take a lot of effort. And so that one, thing, which is, did you know that, the American Mario 2 is just a reskin of Doki Doki Panic, except that's not even, completely correct.
Nope. That has been disproven.
Yep, and yet a lot of people still don't know that to this day.
Yeah, thank you, Irate Gamer.
Like, games, like, structure-wise, it is almost, like, entirely the same. However, there's a lot of mechanical differences. Actually, not that many, but, there's a decent chunk of mechanical differences.
There's a lot of clown music.
Not just that. Alright. Alright, now that I'm in here. So, to explain, properly. So what exactly are the big, like, as I take a small break, from, the game, just so I can, like, concentrate on, like, bringing up the whole, thing about, Doki Doki Panic. Okay, so, Doki Doki Panic was originally made as, like, a, little, collaboration with, a, Fuji TV, I do believe, in Japan, who, were doing, like, a nationwide festival. And, it had a bit of a mask theme going on. And so Nintendo, were doing a collaboration with that. They had this, like, vertical Mario platformer prototype, in the works, and they kind of thought, hey, we could use, what we have going on here to do that one. Sure, let's do that. And so that's how Doki Doki Panic, came to be. It was using the characters from Fuji TV, the, mascot characters that they made up for the festival. And, that's, where the playable main character playable characters came from. Meanwhile, everyone else were original characters made by Nintendo, and so they are owned by Nintendo themselves.
Okay.
The rest of the characters are not. Okay, so, all cool and cool here. Now, it's gameplay-wise, is it exactly the same? No. First of all, the game was a Famicom Disk System game. Not a proper Famicom game, a Famicom Disk System game. Meaning, it was essentially a game made onto a, essentially like a floppy disk that you could stuff into your Famicom Disk System, which was a attachment that you attach your Famicom onto, which allowed it to, read these, like cassette discs. Now, what did that allow? Well, first of all, it could not store, it could store about the same amount of memory as an NES cartridge, I do believe. However, the main feature of that one is that it allows for saving. Which, that did not, appear in proper NES cartridges for a decent while. So that was the main feature. And they sure took advantage of it. And by that I mean, okay, so let's say that, in Doki Doki Panic, you're playing like, the character representing, who plays a bit like Mario, right? So, like, you play, 4 levels of that one. You get to, the second world, I do believe. Yeah, let's just go with that for now. You get to the second world. And so you go, okay, maybe I should switch to a different character. That character is still stat and socket on the first level. You have to get all 4 characters to the final level. And they progress, throughout the game separately.
Interesting.
Yup. And to get the proper ending of the game, you have to get every character to the final boss.
That makes it kind of interesting.
It kind of does. Wouldn't it? So, it is like Mario 2, except different, since, again, you need to get every character to the end. But the, upside is, you can save your progress. It was designed around, saving your progress, meaning you will slowly get every character to the end. So that's all fine and dandy, right? Well, there's a couple more differences. Outside of all the graphics ever replaced, because, it had some interesting, decisions that, were swapped out to Mario assets, including a rather unfortunate sprite for the, Koopa Shell item that we all know from Mario 2, the Western version. Context, it is, a spherical thing that is completely black and, with some colorful lips.
Oh. So they reskinned it to a Koopa Shell.
Yep. Because it got a bunch in the same thing.
Okay. Okay, they reskinned the Koopa Shell into that one, okay.
Well, more like they reskinned that one into a Koopa Shell. Because that one came first. Doki Doki Panic came out first.
Okay.
So, However, there is one other major gameplay difference that you should know about Doki Doki Panic. There is no run button.
Oh.
No run button. That was added later on when they made the Mario version. Super Mario Bros. 2. So yeah. That's the story behind that. So, again, Doki Doki Panic came out first. And then, once the whole collaboration and the festival thing was over, Nintendo was kind of left here just being like, you know what, we have this great game that we can no longer, continue selling. And so they had this idea of, what about we just, swapped out, all of the, copyright stuff with Mario characters and then, change some of the graphics to more Mario-oriented stuff. That's a great idea. And so came out the game Super Mario USA. which then, like, the Western Front, just straight out named Super Mario Bros. 2. Because the original Super Mario Bros. 2 was not going to sell, according to, Nintendo of America.
Yeah, it was basically like a Super Mario Brothers 1
Sort of a
rearrangement skin.
reskin,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but make it harder. And I don't think people were. I think the marketing team were concerned that it's like a bit too samey, and also quite too hard as well.
Yeah, a bit too hard. So yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
they
main
wanted
reason
something
behind
different.
That. They wanted something different, and so the Western Front just kind of took them to Mario USA and well, actually that happened first. Then they took the Western version and just localized it for Japan, making it Super Mario USA. And even to this day, there's a lot of Japanese people who did not know that like the first version of Super Mario USA were Doki Doki Panic. There's actually a lot of Japanese people that were not aware that Doki Doki Panic was a thing.
Really interesting.
Rather interesting indeed. So yeah, that's a proper history. Which, if you were to ask me, is Super Mario Bros. 2 a proper Mario game? I dare say yes. And that is for a single reason. The original prototype of the game was just, they wanted to make a Mario-like platformer, but, with a more vertical aspect. In other words, had that, collaboration not happened, it probably would have still ended up as a Mario game. Therefore, I classify it as a proper Mario game at the end of the day.
Yeah. So it's not like a blatant reskin of an existing game.
Nope, it's not a blatant reskin, and anyone who tells you otherwise, they are wrong.
Yep. So
They are
debunking
wrong.
myths with Richard.
Exactly. Anyways, back to this, stupid boss fight now. So yeah, then there you go. That's the entire story of Doki Doki Panic, which, I paused the game just to explain that, really briefly.
You know what you actually should do for your YouTube channel? Maybe doing some video game essays about certain topics. You seem to have a lot of knowledge about these subjects.
You're not wrong in either.
I would listen to that.
Uh-oh.
So you can explain the whole history of certain games and such? Yeah. And it also resolves some more video editing as well, and you can plug that on to your Patreon and such. I don't think it's a bad idea.
Fair enough. Well, that's one hit in. And good jobbie.
And maybe, just maybe, you will feature in Did You Know Gaming.
Maybe. Who knows?
We can only dream.
Alright, what do we have? Yeah, sure. Give me that one. Well, if there's something I can say about the ice world, it is most definitely pain.
True that.
The one thing about the desert world I can say though is that, it is all the painful, however, there's only really one aspect that is like really like rough.
And
This one though is something else. It does have one thing going on. First of all, yeesh. Second thing, good music. Which, it's always a bonus. After all, sometimes all you need is like good music to make something enjoyable.
True that.
Enough.
The music is actually good in this one.
It is surprisingly good, yeah. Which, not bad for like a... Actually, I can look this up. Hold on. I did see that earlier when starting the game back up. Alright, it is developed by Fuse Games. Now, who the heck is Fuse Games? Let me look it up here. Oh. Now known as Silverball Studio Limited. Formerly known as Fuse Games Limited, was a British video game developer known for developing pinball games for Nintendo. Oh, there you go.
So they're on the pinball business.
Yep. And his very first game was this one. Huh. I see. And all of the other games they made, ever since is Metroid Prime Pinball, which I heard was a pretty good one. And this is where they stopped making Nintendo-oriented thing right after that one, as we now go into the rest of the games they developed. Active Health with Carol Warderman. Pinball Pulse, The Ancients Beckon. Thomas and Friends, Hero of the Rails. American Menson Academy. Menson Brain Test. Frog and Pinball again. Bear Shark, the game for 3DS. And for Windows and Xbox 360 Arcade, we got American Menson Academy. And his very last game, Pro Pinball Time Shock, the Ultimate Edition. And this was before they went bankrupt. Well, shoot.
All shite.
Well, shite. Man, if only this game sold, a little bit better, we could have had, like more pinball games out there today, huh?
True that. For shame.
For shame. Oh, the Skull Crunch, how's it doing? Oh yeah, I can also mention this, so, why we decided on this one was because we were doing a little bit of, off-stream talk of, what game to, play for today, and, my original suggestion was actually going to be Mario vs. Donkey Kong for GBA. However, then I remembered a little story about that one, which, I actually owned a physical copy of Mario vs. Donkey Kong. And, the story behind how I got that one was, my family was, taking me to a trip outside to town to, get a new GBA game. As I get a game over. Back to some good old pinball games I see, it's great. Through that. This one's not bad, despite how frustrating it can be. You know what, I made some progress here. I'm going to do a smart thing. And do this. Oh, it starts me back off here. Oh, interesting. anyways, back to the story. So, family took me, to, outside to basically just on a small trip to town, but also to pick up a new GBA game. Now, my original plan to get at that moment was actually Mario Pinball Land. However, my mother at the moment, thought that I probably would not enjoy that game at all, so, she instead suggested Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Which, I listened and went, you know what, that one sounds like fun, let's go with that one instead. And I can safely say, she made a good choice. A very good choice at that. As I think to this day, that game is still one of my favorite GBA games. I say one of them because there's probably a few I like slightly more, but that one is great. So when are we doing that one? That's a good question. Probably next time whenever it's just me and Martini.
Probably we will do that one, yeah.
Because it is pretty good. I can say this, for some extra context. Gameplay-wise, that one is more like a, essentially like mechanic-wise a sequel to another game called, simply called Donkey Kong on the GBA. Which people, have dubbed to this day Donkey Kong 94. Which is actually a pretty darn good game. So yeah, there's that for Mario vs. Donkey Kong. It is sort of like a continuation of that game, and it plays rather smoothly. And that one's probably a good one considering it did get a full-blown remake on the Switch. Which that should tell you something about the game's quality. If it doesn't, then yep, quite high indeed. Alright. Oh, dang it. So let me see here. A right call was made that day. Buying game do be like that. Truly do be. Sometimes your parents may have, better wisdom than you may have. Even if it comes down to games. Alright, get me back in there. And yeah, after playing this one today, yep, definitely was the right call.
Yep.
Even though this one for a pinball game isn't bad, I dare say. I still say this one's one of those things that, I still don't know why this one got made in the first place. Yeah. I'm still kind of baffled to this day how this game, even just got greenlit. I should have just used the pipe. Why did I not use the pipe?
I'm doing the red coin challenge.
Where did Mario go? There he is. Oh yeah, the soundtrack is surprisingly good on this one. I still to this day say it has no right being this good.
2 Yoshi eggs.
Also, again, notice a little trend here, with, the studio who developed this one. A British studio that Nintendo collaborates with. Gee, I wonder, what Nintendo was trying to go for there. Right, Martini?
Trying to get some more rare magic going on.
Pretty much. That seems to be the thought process, to this game's, creation.
Yeah, British devs at that time were like quite present.
It's actually a decent reason behind that. And that's because, for the longest time, the Brits actually were, pretty competent game devs.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
And something else what the Brits made back in the day? In the 90s? Plock. I do believe it's made by the Brits.
Pretty sure so indeed. Because something I read about Plock in particular, also finally done. Done. Anyways, time for a quick little ramble as I take a small breather after beating the boss finally. Alright, Plock. I can say this from my knowledge. I don't remember exactly which studio made Plock, however, I do know for certain. It was made by, like, some of the people who worked on Plock were former Rare, employees.
Ah. That puts everything into perspective.
Exactly. A decent chunk of the developers for Plock, formerly worked at Rare. And, on terms of the, Brits making games and all that, about that front, do you know, how many British developers made, games for, old computer systems like the ZX Spectrum and all that? A ton of people. Like, England actually has a really big history with game development, even before, the NES and all that. Like, there was a term going around England at that moment, of, what they call, bedroom developers. As in, there were, at that moment, a ton of developers who just, kinda learned how to code on these ancient computers in these bedrooms. And, they managed to find ways to distribute this game across the country through, magazines and such. And that's actually how Rare got their start as a game development company. So yeah, do not diss the ancient computer games the ones from first ZX Spectrum and I think DOS also applies. Amiga 2, although that's a bit later. There was another ancient one that I am forgetting about. Oh well. Not too important at this moment. However, yeah. They were they went hard when it came to developing computer games at that moment. And again, Rare was one of those. And one of the ones that hit really big. Really, really big.
Finally got the star.
Nice. Rare at that moment were in fact called Ultra Games, by the way. And Ultra Games is, well, they definitely were something. Another fun fact about Rare before, they did, actually, they may have done a few games before that. I do know the whole in the history that why, Nintendo decided to collaborate with them more was because, before, the NES even came to Europe, some of the, Rare like programmers at that moment managed to get a Famicom from like Japan and reverse engineered it so that they could make a game on it. This impressed Nintendo so much that they started collaborating with them. Fun fact. And also because they were, still, at that moment, kind of still sort of a smaller company. They weren't exactly having the best of funds and, left and right. And so, they needed at times, to make extra cash. So, what did they do to, comply with that? Alongside developing some NES games here and there. Well, they actually made a decent amount of licensed games. Now, would you believe me if I were to say some of the games that Rare developed on the NES that you probably didn't know that they developed because, they were, published by a different company. What would this company be? LJN.
Nice. The Cursed Rainbow.
Yes, some of the games that Rare actually developed for an LJN. Nightmare on Elm Street.
The
The
Unholy
NES game.
Rainbow.
Yup. Rare developed that one.
Under the name LGN. You don't expect that collaboration.
Nope. But it's the truth. They also made Beetlejuice, for NES as well, which, a certain angry nerd has done a little bit of coverage about, not as much as a certain Nightmare on Elm Street. But there you go. There's some info for you. Rare made those. And while I'm on the Nightmare on Elm Street, ramble, the Friday the 13th game, guess who developed that one? That was actually Atlas. Now, who the heck is Atlas? They are actually the developers behind the Shin Megami Tensei games.
Ah.
So, alongside, developing their own original titles here and there, they also did some license stuff, for extra cash, and one of them was Friday the 13th on the NES. Surprising, isn't it? And on top of that, I could be wrong, but I think I know another one that, LGN has collaborated with, where they did not where LJN did not, develop it, but they did publish. The Jaws game. Who developed that one?
Rare.
Believe it or not, it was actually Hudson.
Oh, Hudson.
I do believe it was Hudson. There's a possibility I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain that was in fact Hudson. Interesting, isn't it? So yeah, weird info for you there. You will not think so, but alas, that do in fact be the case. Also, I'm finally free.
Toby is free.
Finally free from that boss and this world. I couldn't just, attempted that one, but, Into the cannon, Mario. Into the cannon with you. The puffer fish is dead. No more fugu for you. That stuff is so bad for you. Even when it's like properly made, it's still not that good for you. It may taste good, but you know. Fun fact about eating pufferfish, as I paused again just to explain this. Fun fact about eating pufferfish, even though it is, even though it's prepared, properly, in the meat there's still always is a little bit of poison in it, but it's not enough to like outright kill you. In other words, if you eat enough, pufferfish, you still get, you will eventually get enough poison that it will kill you.
So don't eat much pufferfish.
Yeah. Take only like a couple of slices if you ever need to, and knowing that it is prepared properly. Because improper pufferfish, preparation will still just kill you outright.
Why are people eating pufferfish in the first place?
Probably the same reason, people eat frog legs and snail.
But they're not that hazardous, right?
They are not. But, again, a lot of, these, as they call it, delicacies, comes from, like, they all have some weird origin behind why they are being eaten. And, it just sort of happens, In this case, it just kinda, if there's one thing to know about Japan, boy, will they eat anything that comes from the ocean.
Yeah.
They will eat anything that comes from the ocean. And, that is, technically true. And so they found a way to eat, found a way to eat pufferfish. Except they need some very careful, preparation. Otherwise, you will kill people with your like.
I cannot imagine how many people have died, by just mastering that skill to finally know a way to eat pufferfish.
Really? That's how I get my game over? That's how I get my game over?
Look at the score. You have a good score.
True.
Yeah. Personally speaking, I will probably never eat pufferfish myself.
That is probably one of those things that I probably will not eat myself. Ever.
I'm a foodie, but even I have my limits.
Mm-hmm. Which is fair.
No, we put pufferfish now in the potluck of in Stardew Valley. Also, that multi-mole has a Faz.
You just noticed?
Never went there, actually. Or maybe briefly.
Oh yeah, we did, mention the whole thing about playing some frustrating, games. Now, I did give a small hint about the one I was, going to suggest at some point.
Yep.
Now, I did give some hints about it, and that's, well, the first one is, it is technically an NES game, however, it is more specifically a Famicom game. And the other hint, it has something to do with Atlantis.
Oh yeah, you have mentioned this before.
Yep. And what would this game be? Well, the name of it proper is Atlantis no Nasu. Naso.
Hello, Sober... Anoyos? Soberano?
Now, what the heck is up with that game? Why is it so bad? It is, one of the early titles of, a rather interesting game studio known as Sunsoft. And this is on case of, yeah, you can definitely tell it was this, like, first, first, title made. Because, that one is, ooh, it's rough. It is rough. In fact, it might be one of the, first games that, the Japanese, coined Kusoge. Now, what the heck is a Kusoge? It is essentially a combination of two, Japanese words. Kuso, meaning shit.
Shit game.
A ge, as in, and the first, the first, Japanese, letter to the word game. In other words, shitty game. Which, granted, the Japanese mainly use that term for games that, falls under the category of, so bad it's good. Which does describe that one rather well. It is a pain to play through. But you will find a lot of the, design decisions they made to be, probably hilarious. Oh. That game is something else, alright. Yeah, while we are still going on here at the moment, it is currently in 9:34.
33.
Time? For 34 it says on my, system at the moment.
Okay. You may be a bit ahead of your time.
Could be. Who knows?
But yeah, what do you think about this game, Richard?
I can say this. If you want to beat the game, quickly enough, it is frustrating. However, it's not that bad.
I would say this one is pretty well for what it is. A pinball game.
I agree. For a pinball game, this one's actually pretty good. However, trying to beat this one, and boy, can it be a bit of a slog. Also, again, we have the bees from Super Mario RPG right here. Remember that game?
Oh yeah. We have streamed that before. I've
Yep.
streamed the modern version.
Yep, the remade version of it. Which, that one is a really good game.
True that.
And we have at times, humored the idea to, play, probably one of the, closest you get to, a continuation of that one, the Mario and Luigi games. Specifically for starters, Superstar Saga. Because,
Is that the
you
one?
have to go...
It's the one for the. Oh yeah, that's the GBA.
Yep, it is. The one for GBA. Mainly because, I have mentioned again, why, if we ever start streaming the Mario and Luigi games, why we do that one. And that's because, it is the most straightforward one that, for a newcomer is the best one to give you a decent, good idea about how the rest of the series plays, because, the rest of the, games in the series starts adding gimmicks onto the, some gimmicks onto the main formula in some shape or form. As such, that is the one I would recommend, to start out with. It's like the same reason why, on the streaming front, I would recommend, starting with the first Paper Mario rather than going straight to Thousand Year Door. To give a good idea how the whole series, came to be. Speaking about frustrating games that could be done on stream, I just now realize another. Oh gods. Extra ball!
Extra ball!
Anyways, what is this frustrating game that just came to my mind? Can you guess, Martini?
No clue.
I'm going to give you a hint. It's a Paper Mario game.
Oh. Sticker Star or Origami?
Ah! Sticker Star.
Yeah. I've heard I've heard some things about that game.
I have too. After all, it is a certain Shaka Conroy's least favorite game.
Yeah. It is a rage quit, that game.
Not just rage quit, but I made like a five video long essay about like everything that game does wrong and why he hated it so much.
Let's take it to Sticker Star.
Yeah, he went like a mile and a half to explain why that game sucks. He hated that much. Now, the one thing I can say on that front myself, there's a few things I can say about, that game personally. I haven't still yet to touch it, first of all. It probably will happen during stream. So, no need to worry. It's just a question about when. Second off, as I sit here and just, take a small little breather. Okay, we can load. Yeah, go and pause here, take a small little breather, and yeah. So, a little bit of a history I can give from Sticker Star and its development. Originally, it has been mentioned through interviews and all that, that game was originally going to be a lot more closer to Thousand Year Door. As in, more closer to the previous Paper Mario games. Until Miyamoto gave them the advice of, make something different. Like, try to make something different. Not do like the same thing. And, this has led to people, pointing fingers who to blame for the failure of, the game. Was it Miyamoto's fault for that, or was it from the lead producer of that game who just took the advice to heart and went the distance with that, advice, with that feedback? And honestly, to this day, no one knows. It's just one thing we know for certain. It was not what the fans wanted, and boy, were they pissed. Because, well, truth be told, for a RPG, if you view the game as an RPG, then the game systematically fails. This isn't not even a case of, just, a lot of, as I call them, subjective things that, could lead to, it may be like one aspect to the game that, someone, may enjoy, but someone else may just, not enjoy at all. There's like a few cases of that, in these and some sort of things within the entertainment industry. However, systematically, if you view it as a RPG, the game straight out fails. And that's mainly because, again, your form of, attack is, through, essentially expending limited resources. battles don't exactly yield anything outside of coins, which all coins does is, you know, grant you more stickers that you can use in battle. So you're starting to see the problem here, right? The problem is you are expending stickers just to get more stickers. There's nothing else you gain from battle. There's no XP. There's nothing else to be obtained. Sometimes, you know, a boss, like, you know, battle may, you know, provide, you know, like, sometimes it may provide some extra, you know, stickers for you to, you know, obtain, assuming you, you know, win the fight. However, wouldn't it just be better to conserve your, like, you know, like, resources for boss fights instead? And by that, I mean, wouldn't it just be better to ignore every single random encounter that you see on the field? The answer is actually yes.
Ooh.
Battles are basically pointless. So yeah, that's the one systematic flaw of, you know, that game. However, if you look closely at times, you can see what they were going for, and, you know, that's the one aspect that I actually kind of like about the game, which, you know, like, it sort of fails there, but, you know, the later Paper Mario games does it better, and that is, it definitely seems like they wanted to make it more of a, like adventure game, almost. Except, you know, they have to keep a lot of things sort of the same for, like, you know, the older fans. So that, you know, they, like, you know, it would still be a Paper Mario game. It just wouldn't be, like, you know, exactly like, you know, the same thing as before. You know? So that's sort of the thing that we got going on with that game, and, you know, it was definitely an experiment, to say the least. Did it succeed? No. However, I still find it, you know, interesting. Like, you know, they went the distance to try to make this, you know, like, thing functional. And while they may not have succeeded, but it was an interesting attempt to make something workable. Then came Color Splash, which, you know, also didn't exactly fix it, but, you know, they were on the right path. They were, like, you know, doing some things right, but also did a lot of things, you know, wrong. And so after that, as I get stung by bees, and so we get to Origami King, and, you know, it isn't a bit of a hot take, but I actually kind of like that one. It is not my favorite of the entire series, but it's not bad, as long as you don't view it as a RPG. Because even though it has turn-based battles and all that, in reality, it's more of an adventure game. More than a thing. It just keeps it turn-based battles just because it's still Paper Mario. And so, you know, you gotta make it turn-based. Give it turn-based battles. In some shape or form. You know. And while that aspect is interesting, however, fans still were not satisfied with that game. Which, you know, should be relatively understandable, but, you know, it's a way to be, you know. Right? Right. So, yeah. That's that about, you know, I can say about the modern Paper Mario games, which is, they are most definitely flawed. But boy, did they try. something different. And you can also tell that, you know, they, like, after they tried so much, they just kind of pulled up big, you know what, screw it. And just remade Thousand Year Door.
Yeah.
And that one actually was well liked. Now, this should be something else that should be mentioned about the games, like, you know, Sticker Star as well. It is actually, you know, fun fact about that one. It's actually one of the most sold, you know, Paper Mario games out there.
The Sticker Star, oh my.
Yeah. Fun fact, that was actually one of the most sold, you know, Paper Mario games out there. Now, you may think that, you know, like, you know, with how, like, you know, infamous it is, it probably sold poorly, but it actually sold really well. There's a reason why Nintendo wanted, like, sequel to that one out. Now, if it sold more than Thousand Year Door, I don't know. There's a possibility it did, but, you know, I can't exactly check the numbers at the moment, so, you know, we'll know at some point. But yeah, fun fact. Sticker Star actually sold really well. And outside of the whole, like, you know, like, social media front, like, you know, Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, and all that, Sticker Star actually have its, like, fans. They are legit people who like that game. Because again, like, systematically it fails in like a lot of aspects. But people still find the game and like, you know,
Endearing.
and yeah. And endearing enough that, you know, some actually liked it. Which, you know, in, like, you know, modern days, that sounds weird. But that is actually the truth. That game does have its fans. People kind of like that one. However, it's still flawed. Don't get me wrong. And, you know, well, maybe at some point, maybe that game is just, you know, a little bit misjudged. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe a bit misunderstood.
Maybe a tad bit. Sure, it's not perfect. Even I who, like, you know, like, play, like, even I who's a big Paper Mario fan, and, you know, will admit this. Thousand Year Door is probably still to this day one of my favorite games of all times. I will admit to that. However, even I just, you know, will admit, Thousand Year Door is not flawless either. It definitely has flaws. That game is, like, a lot of people don't want to, like, you know, like, admit it, but, you know, a lot of things that game started, only, like, you know, some of the problems that game had only amplified in, like, later games. Starting with Super Paper Mario to a lesser extent, and then, like, you know, full force in, like later games after that, like, you know, Sticker Star and, like, you know, Color Splash and all that. Which is, they definitely, like, you know, like, went with some hard gimmicks for the sake of storytelling. And by gimmicks, I mean, some of the gimmicks borderline goes into tedium, just for the sake of storytelling. However, and I can actually explain one from Thousand Year Door that, people have mentioned being a flaw. However, while some may see that as a flaw, I actually do not. But I can explain it without spoiling, it completely the gimmick. Chapter 4, Thousand Year Door. So, you are in this little spooky little place. You have a village with a problem. To solve the problem, you need to go to a spooky mansion, beat the, one responsible in there, and then, presto, right? Okay, so, the path there, you encounter some rather powerful enemies, let's just say, that, you can manage to defeat. However, if you're not careful, boy will they deal a lot of damage if you're not prepared. Okay, so, you go through that, path to the mansion, you beat the boss, and now you have to go back. And without spoiling something, let's just say you will now lose a certain ability that, really helps with dealing with those, powerful enemies. Now you have to go back to the village without that power. And then once you're back at the village, now you gain a new power that essentially is a direct counter to these enemies. You see where this is going, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is, as I would like to call it, backtracking done right. However, because it's still backtracking, people just, kind of dunk on the whole thing, without, like, any sort of, thought at all. Even though this is a case of them doing backtracking correctly. Also, darn, I saw that. Bowser's stunned, and, you had no way to prevent Mario from just, leaving the boss room.
I could have used the pipe, but it was so early in the fight, it's not worth, wasting the pipe on that.
The
I will
pipe
only
is
use-
really...
I'm only using the pipe if there's like a final hit or something, if I'm very close.
That's fair. So yeah, that's a little thing about, Thousand Year Door. And that chapter in particular, which is, it did backtracking right. Except, people still hated it because, they never really thought about, like, the reason they made you, run back and forth, that entire time. Because they were doing, like, a little narrative thing. And, it was, pretty interesting. Then comes the remake, and lo and behold, they sort of, gave you a little pipe to avoid that backtracking now. Now, assuming you activate, that thing, you don't need to deal with the backtracking anymore. Which, on later revisits, that is great. However, you still can now remove the, little interesting thing that they were doing in the first place. So it's sort of like, you kind of missed the point. Now, that game has another little aspect that is where the backtracking is done in a more bad, aspect, let's just say. And that would be a different chapter, which, all you need to know about, what's the deal with that chapter, at least the early part. It is straight out, one small, sort of essentially one small favor.
I remember that quest, yeah. From RuneScape.
It is just a lot of running back and forth into different locations and speaking to someone just to, to progress forward. It is running back and forth into many different locations just for a little joke. and then you can, proceed onward. Fun, isn't it? Yeah, fun.
Comedy.
So yeah,
Pure comedy.
pure comedy. So yeah, they had Fauci and Door definitely were like cooking something on that front, on the narrative front, where they essentially did a lot of gimmicky things for the sake of storytelling, or even in a lot of aspects, comedy. There is one that I can also mention, but it would be a very minor spoiler, so I kinda don't wanna mention that.
Okay.
We'll see if we ever stream the game. I will point it out if we ever stream the game. Don't worry. However, it is a sort of funny moment still, so, it's not that bad. It's just why? Why? Oof. A lot of japping this, stream.
Yeah. You should be a video game essayist.
Probably. I could be pretty decent at that.
Yeah. And it also, requires some, video editing magic, and the thing you will... And if I know you, you love to do that shit.
I tend to do that.
Giving your own touch to it.
Mm-hmm.
I would tune in to that.
Neat. Alright. Alright. Oh yeah, it is soon, like 10 p.m. actually.
Yeah. We can call it a quit soon, so... Yeah, this
Yeah.
game, I have to say, I can play this mindlessly and just do this. This is something like a fidget spinner for me.
I can see that.
I will call this a
Yeah.
fidget spinner game.
What I have to say personally, though, this one's not bad. It can be frustrating at times if you want to complete the game, but it's not that bad. I still would give this one like a 7 out of 10, even if I had to give it a rating. I can see that as something fun to mindlessly play, while doing something, It's not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
However,
I'm not sure how to rank it, because it's probably also a 7 for me. It could be a 7.5, but then again, you have Donkey Kong. I gave Donkey Kong Jungle Beat a 7.
I think on that front, how I would go about it is how does it fare up in comparison to other games on that system and, the type of game?
Yeah.
And also, again, going, how do you personally feel about it in comparison to other games of this type, genre, and also on system?
I would say for a thing it is supposed to do, it's an easy 8.
Nice. I still probably would give it
It could be an
solid
8.5 if I play it further.
I see. I still would probably give it a solid 7 personally. It's not bad, but if mine if the things I said earlier is any sort of indication, boy, if you want to beat this game, it can be frustrating.
Yep. But if you're really into pinball, I can recommend this one.
Oh yeah.
I will give it just an 8. That's good enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fine. Despite my complaining, it's not that bad.
Yeah. If pinball is sort of your thing, well, this one is a recommendation. But only if you're like really into, if you actually like pinball games. If you don't like pinball games, I won't recommend this one.
Yep. I can say this though. I do like pinball, I'm just not good at them.
Same here. Although I'm actually close beating the game a bit, or quote unquote.
So I noticed.
So I have like a little bit.
Oh yeah, also
better time.
I just beat, you know, Big Boo.
Congratulations.
Well, that was simple. Well, let's go and insert the key and then, you know, call it a day on my end.
Yep.
Who knows, maybe we'll complete the game next time.
Yeah. Perhaps
Or, you
another
know,
stream of this.
Yeah, another stream of this. Since, again, it's not bad.
Yeah.
There we go. Final key inserted.
It exceeded my expectation actually, this one.
Would imagine.
I thought it was like, I was being more like, this game fucking sucks. I sure it has some frustrating points, like the ice level is a bit more of a frustrating side. But even then, it's like, okay, I can just zone out and just do this. I don't know. Maybe if you have like autism, this game may be suiting for you. It's weird too how I phrase it, but it's actually true. That's why I made the fidget spinner reference.
But yeah, like, you know, in comparison to many other pinball games, I still say this one is on, like, you know, just at least an A tier.
Yeah, for a pinball game, this one is pretty good.
If I were to just, you know, rank from, you know, different pinball games I played, this one's probably still, like, you know, again, at least an A tier. It's good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna... Gonna use the pipe right
Yeah.
here.
But I still will say this. My family still made the right call of, like, you know, rather than getting this game, to get Mario vs. Donkey Kong instead. And probably, you know, in like 2 weeks from now, maybe we'll start that one.
Yep. But yeah, that's gonna be it for Mario Pinball Land, aka Super Mario Ball. What else to say? I've not much to say. It's pinball. It's great. I mean, it's a good
pinball.
game. It's a good game. It's not amazing,
It is.
but
It's not
respectable.
amazing, but hey, it's still a fun time.
Yeah. We'll play this again.
Oh hey, here's a little cutscene again.
Yep. So it became a ball.
Hey, I'm Toadball! Yee-hoo!
And then it's time for Peach to get, like, launched face first into a target.
And
Except,
then,
here come the Goombas.
yep. Bowser is at it again.
Bounce is at it again. And that's the story, that's it. Carrying on.
Yeah. And with that, yeah, this has been the Wednesday stream. Thank you all for watching the Wednesday stream. Next Friday, it may be Terraria, maybe something else.
Maybe it's in Terraria indeed, because again, we've been like having this itch to play it, lately, and we're still waiting on that update. However, I think the wait has had gone long enough. I think it's time to start. And even if the update were to drop, shortly after the playthrough, we'll just, if we're not too far into the thing, we'll just restart it. Or B, we'll just play through our current playthrough, and then if we get into it late enough before the update, before the update drops, we'll just complete that one and then just start a new one.
Yep.
Screw it.
True that. Yeah, something to look forward to. So yeah, this is gonna be it for the Martini. Thank you all for watching, and this has been Martini and Flashurta. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Any last words?
Martini will never be ballin'.
Hey.
Martini be like.
Martini.
I guess Martini do be ballin'. In fact.
Yeah.
After all, he almost fucking beat the game in one stream.
Let's just say I like balls. 2 balls, in fact. Yep.
I was expecting a balls of steel joke, but sure.
Oh yeah, that too. Balls of steel.
And with that, awkwardness out of the way, we'll see y'all on Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, look, Mario. He be going. Baller game.